Hello everyone. So to continue our story of deep blue and all its amazing properties, I'm going to be talking about just two of the ingredients found in deep blue, and these are both members of the chamomile family. So it's basically two different kinds of chamomile. German chamomile, which is also called Chamomilla recutita, is the Latin name. And then we have the blue tansy, which is also known as Moroccan chamomile. And this is known as Tanacetum vulgare. No, sorry, Tanacetum annum. That's quite an important difference, which I'll talk more about. So when it comes to the Tanacetums, or the Moroccan chamomile, there are two types. There's the vulgare type and the annum type, which is used in here. And it's quite important, the distinction, because the vulgare type can be potentially poisonous or toxic. It has quite a high level of a particular compound, which is not always beneficial. So the much more therapeutic and beneficial version of German chamomile is the Tanacetum annum, included in here. Now, it's these chamomiles, both of them, that make the deep blue blue. They both, on their own, are a very deep blue colour. And it's not because the flower or the plant is blue, it's just something that happens in the distillation process. It's one of the main ingredients in there, which is blue. So the interesting thing is that if you take the oil on its own and you spill it over a white piece of material or your white clothes or whatever, it will very quickly completely evaporate and disappear, because it's pure essential oils. It's a purely highly volatile compound. And highly volatile means it moves around a lot. It will evaporate. It will soak into your skin. If it's on your skin, it just does its job. So that's the amazing thing about doTERRA essential oils. They are so pure. There is no residue left behind, because the volatile compounds just fly off and disappear. So don't worry about staining your clothes with the deep blue, is basically what I'm saying. I mean, the cream version, maybe there's something in the cream that will leave a residue. But if you're using the deep blue oil, you won't have that problem. So some of the benefits of chamomile, of the chamomile family in general, but particularly of these versions of chamomile. They are extremely anti-inflammatory, so hence their use in a cream for muscle joint aches and pains. But what you might not know about them is they're also antihistamines, so they are anti-allergic. So they calm down any kind of allergic reactions that you might have, which is, if you think about it, it's another kind of inflammation or overreaction of the body. They also really help to calm down emotional overreactions. So if we become really angry about something, which we quite often do if we've injured ourselves, right? If we have a bruise or we've twisted an ankle, we might be pretty cross about it to begin with. This helps to calm down the emotional reaction. Now, many of you who might know me as a homeopath will know chamomilla as a very famous homeopathic remedy. It's used for teething with babies. Now, I'm not recommending you stick this in babies' mouths. They won't like it. It's too strong. It's not homeopathic. It's essential oil, which is the other end of the spectrum of concentration, right? But chamomile in general does have that very calming emotional component to it, both in the oil and homeopathically. So it's a great thing for anger and irritation on the emotional level, as well as on the skin, or an angry or an inflamed and overreacting looking joint or injury. So the wonderful thing is, it's not just a painkiller, it's not just masking the pain, it's actually healing the pain. It's antifungal, it's antiviral, it's antibacterial, so it's you know, cleaning up any wound or infection or preventing any infection. And it's also helping to heal the inflammation that is most likely causing the pain in joints and muscles. So the Moroccan chamomile oil is a really key part of that. And the other thing I discovered, kind of by accident, but it makes sense thinking about it now, is that the chamomile and deep blue are great for sunburn. So I was actually on a weekend boot camp in Tarifa, and it was extremely sunny, and we were running up and down hills and doing all sorts of crazy outdoor physical activities. And almost all of us got some sunburn at some point. So the next day when we were flying home, everything was aching because it'd been a bit of a shock to my system. I wasn't used to exercising that hard. So I was kind of covering myself. I wanted to cover myself in this to help ease that achiness. But I was slightly worried whether, you know, I was also sunburnt on many of those, on my shoulders and those muscles that were aching. But I found out this was perfect. It actually really helped to cool and soothe and heal the sunburn, whilst also relieving the joint pain or the muscle ache. So very multi-talented piece of kit this. And having done a little bit of research on the chamomile flower, then I think the chamomile had something to do with it being so good for sunburn. So that's just a little bit of information on Moroccan chamomile and German chamomile, which is the blue tansy and the blue chamomile that makes deep blue blue. So that's it for this video, and I'll move you on to the next one. Thank you.